So, yeah, the reason I had you do multiplication from your bill work is because when you're adding fractions or dividing fractions or multiplying fractions or subtracting fractions, or even converting the fractions to the simplest form, you're going to need to know how to multiply and not multiplying by saying. Because if the finger thing has to happen, then it's going to take more time to do the test, and you know how to read through it to divide and multiply by the least common multiples, by the greatest common factor, all that. You're going to need to kind of do that in your head. So that's why we switched the journal this morning to math. They'll work. Turn to page 174. Last night you worked on the greatest common factors, am I right? And you worked on the prime factorization tree, GCF. Factors are two numbers or two or more numbers that you can multiply to get a specific number. Say it again. Factors are two or more numbers that can be multiplied to get a specific number, which means 8. Factors of 8 are 1 and 8, because 1 times 8 is 2 and 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So the only factors that 8 has to be 1, 2, 4, and 8. Those are factors. What we're going to work on today is multiples. Mike, what would you think multiples are? Okay. Andy, what do you think multiples of a number are? Mm-hmm. So what are multiples? If factors of a number are numbers that can be multiplied to get that number, what would multiples of a number be? So that's factors. So you're close. Very close. You were on target. Think again. Because you have it, you have it. So if factors are two numbers that can be multiplied to get that answer, then a multiple would be what? So if, okay, I'm going to get this straight. Factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. Multiples of 8 would be 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So what would what are multiples of 8? No, I'm not asking. I know what they are. I just told you what they are. But what are multiples compared to factors? What is more simple than that? No. More simple. Michael. You're doing more than 16. Let's do 16. Okay, so I want to find the greatest common factor of the number 16. Okay, well I can't say common factor. But I want to find factors of 16. Feel like that. Because the only way I can find the greatest is from comparing two numbers. So I want to find factors of 16. Factors of 16. Let's start 1, 16. 2, 4 times 4 times 4. So factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Those are factors of 16. the two numbers that I can multiply to get 16. Multiples of 16. I like this. So multiples of 16. Multiples of 16 times 1. 16 times 2. 16 times 2. 32. 16 times 3 is? No. Where's my 48. 16 times 5 is? 16 times 5? 16 times 5, 80. Okay. Now these are multiples of 16. Well, in other words, multiples of 16 are 16. They're multiples. They're multiples. So when I multiply 16 times another number, that's multiples. That is what I need to, two numbers I need to multiply to get 16. It's kind of confusing, isn't it? We're going to get this into your noggin today. Your noggin is the new little thing for your brain. Factors of 16 are what? Two numbers I can multiply to get 16. Multiples of 16 are 16 is 16 times other numbers. Again, factors of 16. Two numbers that I can multiply to get 16. Or it can be two or more numbers. It can be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. It should be 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Those are factors as well. Two numbers I can multiply. Multiples of 16 are 16 times another number. Now just one, any other number times 16 is a multiple of 16. I can do 16 times 100 and get the answer. Let's do a few fractions real quick. 6,600. Give me the number, let's do the number, 5. Let's do one number first. Let's do the number 24. Did we do 24 yet? Yeah. Alright, so somebody give me the factors of 20. Oh, well, let me just call your name before you start yelling and talking about. Desmond, give me the factors of 24. 1 times 22. Nice. Might put a start off. I'll see you on track already. 2 times 12. Nice. 2 times 4. Very good. 4 times 3. 4 times 3? What? I mean, no, that's it. 4 times? Oh, wait, 6. 6. You don't have to read on 5. No, that's it. So these are what 24 microns? The what 24 candy? Why are you laying your hand up? Are you going to do it again? Get your arms off of your bed. Factors of 24. It might be multiple of 24. Kennedy, do multiple 24. Fine, give me another multiple of 24. Wait. 48 there. Oh, we're going on. Yeah, I mean, almost 24. You can write it down now. You can say, yes. And that's 24 times what? 30. Yeah. These are. Okay, so these are what of 24? Multiple 24. Then the next one is don't top and at the bottom. Alright, let's go through, so we're going to find the least common multiple of numbers, and we're going to compare them. Alright, so you already know how to find the greatest common factor. Yes. You factor out the numbers, and then you find the largest one that both have in common. You want to find the least common multiple. Let's see the least common multiple of 18 and 54. You find them on top of you? None of them. Right. Y'all know y'all can see y'all know the system. Yeah, there's no chocolate whatsoever in the say your name. Okay? Huh? Multiple of 18. Yeah. 54. 72. 32. 90. Why? Make sure you're working these out. I don't need this right here. The reason I'm saying is, if I want to get to Friday, and all of a sudden I don't know what I'm doing. You want to take time. Y'all see what I'm saying? I don't want to get to Friday and then be like, Miss Joy, does she know how to do this? Yeah, we're going to in class. You see what I'm saying? I want your parents to think that we haven't put on this in class. That's why I need you to participate. Even if you're yelling the numbers out, just do it anyway. If they're saying them, just do it anyway. It's just practice, and it helps you to see what you're doing. That's why I don't, I know it's cold, it's early, hungry, I understand, trust me. Allergies, headaches, spine headaches, whatever, but I just want to make sure that you know on Friday, I do everything, not like that, but it's going to be times when you have to go back and revert to everything you learned. So after we go into this, we're going to these books right here. Yay! Yes, dead man. I want to talk around and tell you about. I want to know that. We're going to these books right here. 3 hours in there. That's why we're moving so fast. So when you get the 3 hours mark, it's not just about building on a field. You keep building. That's why you know how to multiply. It's going to be a problem. You know how to divide. It's going to be a problem. You know how to add. It's going to be a problem. But we don't know the difference between back and the notes. It's going to be a problem. That's why we keep trying to get this in your head. I know a lot of times a week is not enough time to get one subject in your head. But you're young, you're smart, you can do it. Okay? What was I saying? Oh. We'll stop there. You don't have to keep going up. This right here was probably enough. So it's what, 8 times 1, 8 times 2? right? It's a 3, 4, 5, 6. Usually around that number, I'm not going to say all the time because math is not definite for sure, but usually you can kind of stop here. Okay. 54. Somebody, find me. Give me the first multiple of 54. 54. Then do the next multiple of 54.
Okay. 108.
My second is the next multiple of 54. 54. Yeah. Guess what? With this, I got listen. With this, you don't have to really. If you find that within the second when you multiply 2 times another number, you see what do you see in common right here? 108 and that's the best part of finding the least common multiples because you have to keep going. Guess what? I already got it. That's why sometimes we want to start with a larger number first because you know you're going to have to use less numbers you can multiply by. So my least common multiple is what?
54.
It is?
108.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't say that. I'm so sorry, y'all. I didn't see it before. But your least common multiple is?
34.
Nice. How is it?
Good.
Pretty good? You just have to know how to distinguish between factors and multiples. And right now, really, is this okay? If you need me to stop, please do not hesitate. I just don't get it. I don't care if I don't say, oh, that's a breeze. It's like, look, I don't get it. If you won't, I don't understand. So please go through it again. I don't mind going through this problem, whatever you need to go through again. Because anytime that you feel like, okay, hold on, I'm not getting this, then say, I'm not getting this. Stop me. Don't let me give you homework and quizzes and mail work and class work and you still don't know what I'm doing. Okay? Alright, let's go to, let's do one more. Well, let's do 3 of them. 3 numbers. So 12, 24, and 30. How do you do multiple 12?
24, 20, 36, and then 24, 20.
12 times 1, 12, 12 times 2 is 20, 12 times 3 is 36, 12 times 4 is 48, 12 times 5 is 60, 24 times 1 is 24, 24 times 2 is 28, 24 times 3 is 60, 24 times 3, 72, 24 times 4, 90, 24 times 4, 98. 96.
98. I didn't work in that. Is it only 90 or 98? 90.
30 times 1 is 30, 30 times 2 is 60, 30 times 3 is 90, 30 times 4 is...
Don't know. 22.
30 times 4? 30 times 4?
What?
120. Hey, are we seeing any common multiple right now?
Yes.
We are?
Yes. No.
Doing everything on one of them, aren't we?
No. 60, 60. No, look, 24 and 24.
I'm doing all 3.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We should keep going, right? Yep. 20 times 6.
It's
Sorry,
72.
12 times 6.
72.
That's right.
96.
12 times 9.
108.
24 times 5.
102. 120? Yeah. 120. 4.4.
24 times 6.
144.
Okay, let's go back to 12 because I'm seeing some adding up to 12. 12 times 10 is
1620.
just my 10.
What else?
19. I'm multiple among all three.
Yeah. What is it?
Now let me come up with 120.
Wait, let's see if we don't meet.
So what now? Where?
248.
Yeah, it was-
224.
it was,
272.
It was 248.
296. 272.
It's,
Huh?
I'm glad you eager. Good voice, man. Yeah, so that means if you keep two numbers, if you have three numbers compared, you only keep two. That's nothing you need to keep multiplying because obviously something so you don't have to multiply far enough. How is that?
Easy.
Y'all sure?
Yeah.
I just don't need anything else.
No. You didn't go to the bar.
Just to get, well, yeah. Okay. All right, equivalent fractions. Turn to page 176.
Oh, yeah. This is like one review. All this went over.
Good.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I make sure I need to grade you harder than everybody else, don't I?
yeah.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, equivalent fractions. Sometimes you're given two fractions. Let me start off with. And sometimes it asks to write greater than, less than, or equal to. Are these is one half greater than, equal to 2/4? Greater than, less than, or equal to?
Equal.
Why do we equal to?
Because if you reduce 2/4, it equals to 1.
It's equal, that's right. Now let's go back and show them how it's equal. If you go to 2/4, and look at this to find that the simplest form of a fraction. You can pick a number out of it. Well, it should be a number that usually you can start with the actual lower number, divide by. It's usually the lower number is the best to divide by. You don't want to divide by a number and then it doesn't divide evenly, and then you have a mess on your hands. So I want to say 2 divided by,
2.
and then I would have to also divide it's the new, the numerator. Numerator. You want to divide the denominator by what?
2.
Gives you 1/2. That's equal to, You can multiply or divide to get equivalent fractions. Look at number 1. I want to find an equivalent fraction to 1/4. What number you want to multiply by?
34. No.
By 1 number. Both the numerator and the denominator by 1 number. Which one you want to multiply by?
2.
You only 2?
Yes.
It's going to be 1/4 equal to. Wait. Pretty simple stuff, right?
Don't you have to find
Pretty simple.
the 34?
Well, no, now this right now you're trying to find the equivalent fraction.
Oh, yeah.
You can also divide, look at part B on page 176, page 16. On here they divided by 8, which will bring it to 1/2. Right? I can also divide by another number. Another number you can divide by.
4.
7. 4 by 8.
4. That would be 2. What was it? 2, 4. Go.
Which would mean we're not doing simple form right now. We're just doing equivalent. We're going to simple form just a second. But that would mean 8/16 equals 2/4 equals 1/2. You don't have to do this. It's just different ways to show what fractions are equal to. You don't have to really. This right here, this chapter right here, this lesson right here is just really to get you ready to simplify fractions. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Look at number 11 on page 177. 2/3 equal to blank over 6. What number will I multiply 3 by? Are you listening? What number will I multiply 3 by to get 6?
Ooh.
So then I need to multiply what number by 2 as well?
2/30.
2 in the numerator. So I'll get what?
1. Alright, what? 4.
Or
You
6.
said multiply?
Yes. Number 12. 1/2 equals to 4 over blank. Micah. What times 1 equals 4? 4, which means I have to multiply what else by 4? Yep, which would give me 1/2 equals 4 over 8. Look at number 15. 4/5 is equal to blank over 25. Kennedy, what number do I multiply into 25? 5 times multiply what else by 5? So 4 times 5 is? So 4/5 equals 20 over 25. Pretty easy, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on then. Turn the page. Turn to 179. So we talked about the greatest common factor. Greatest common factor, and factors are what, Simon?
Factors are
You got it. Like, what are factors? I know what you're saying, yeah. Two numbers you multiply to get this number. Right? Yeah. Very good. What are multiples? Then,
multiple. There are two numbers that don't find the least common multiple.
the number times
The
other number.
What?
Can you get it? But now we're going to go into least common denominator. Okay? So least common multiples are a number times another number. Those are multiples, okay? The product of two numbers. Least common denominator. Same thing, same rules apply as least common multiples. However, now you're dealing with fractions. So as let's put it like this. Let's look at page 129. Okay? It says write 5, 6, and 1 9 using common denominator. Okay? So the first, if the problem tells you to write the common or find the common denominator between two fractions, what's the first thing you want to do? What are you going to look at? Your what? What do you go if you say the denominator, which is 6 and 9. Now guess what? You need to take 6 and 9 out of those fractions and just find the least common multiple. I'll say it again. All you need to do is take 6 and 9 and find the least common multiple. You can actually do that in your head.
I know it's 18.
It is 18. You can do it in your head. I mean, 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18. The common denominator between 6 and 9 will be 18. Does everybody see how we got that?
Yes.
Mike, see how we got that? See how we got that? How did we get that?
I didn't see.
I know how you got it. How did we get that? Mike or Tim. How your head up there? You don't know that much. Throw your head up. Sit up. Sit up. Put your sweater on. How another room? Did you go to another room? Okay. Oh. You right know how we got this? You sure? You know how we got this? You done. Thank you. 6 and 9. 6 times 1 is?
3.
6 times 2 is?
12.
6 times 3 is?
18.
9 times 1 is?
9.
9 times 2 is?
18.
What's on these comments?
18.
Multiple. 18, same thing. A little bit.
3.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to do it in your head. No, I don't want you to do it in your head. You need paper? You need papers? You need? Yes. Please, by all means, use paper if you need it. I was just saying, in the future, you'll get to the point where you just do it in your head. But no, please use paper. Okay? You can do it with paper though, right? Somewhat? Yes, no, maybe? So, alright, so, I have 1/3 and 4/5. I want to find the least common denominator, and then I'm going to write the fraction as the least common denominator. Because see, what happens is, if you're adding, subtracting, and multiplying, dividing, you need to find the least common denominator and then rewrite the fraction. So all you have to do, first you have to do is find the least common multiple of what? 3 and 5. I got that? 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. No? Yes, sorry. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. And it's not a specific number you need to stop at. You need to multiply it. You need to multiply it all the way on G. So, okay, I have enough numbers to match up. So it's not a specific number like, okay, multiply times 10, multiply times 11. You need to multiply until you find your least common, not greatest common, least common. Between both of them. You only have one least common denominator, one LCD. You only have one because it's only you're comparing the two. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. Do you see what's going to match up? Yes. I can stop right there. I'm going to keep going. You can multiply all the way out until you find the least common. The first one you get to that both of them match up with, that's your least common. The first number you get to that both of them have multiples of, that's when you start multiplying. And it's 15. So I'm going to rewrite 1/3. I need to find the equivalent fraction of 1/3. So this is what I'll do. 1/3 is equal to 5 over 15.
How many times are you going to do 5
A little bit. So what times 3 for 15?
5.
So 5 times 1 is?
5.
What times 5 equals 15?
3.
3 times 4 is?
12.
1/3 is equal to 5 over 15. 4/5 is equal to 12 over 15. So, if I have a problem like this, and I want to rewrite that where both of the denominators match up, all I would do is write you did what? Now I have a problem that I'm ready to work out because my denominators match up. Most of the time you're doing fractions, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, you need your denominators to match up usually. And that's how you get them to match up.
Can I
Who? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no. Yeah, I'm true.
Can I tell you something real quick before you erase it?
What's that?
It's like, I didn't write it down. Like, when you add 12 and 6 and 5 equals like 17, and then it's like it's 17 on 16, and then you gotta divide 16 with 17, and then it's what's that?
Improper?
Yeah,
Mixed number and improper fraction?
I think I'm learning that.
Yeah, not this one, but well, you know, but hopefully we get to it some other time. That's Tuesday. look at number 2. What's the LCD for 5, 6 over 1, 9? I'm sorry, 5, 6, and 1, 9.
18. 18.
So what's the first thing I need to do? Find the least common multiple of what? The what?
No. Yeah, I can see it.
Sorry. 6 times 1 is?
6.
6 times 2 is?
12.
6 times 3 is?
13.
6 times 4 is?
24.
6 times 5 is? 9 times 1 is?
9.
9 times 2 is?
18.
Times 5? Yes. 18.
That's what you said. Can y'all stop? I thought you said you were saying.
So I want to rewrite 5, 6, and 1, 9 using the LCD. Okay, y'all see where it says it on page 179? Rewrite. Okay, so I found my LCD. I'm gonna put 5, 6. That's what I started out with for 6. It's equal to. What do I have to multiply 6 by to get 18?
3.
3. So 3 times 5 is?
16.
1, 9. What do I have to multiply 9 by to get 18? 2 times 1 is? 2. So, I'm going to rewrite 5, 6, and 1, 9 using LCD. So all I have to do is go here, 15 over 18, and 2 over 18. Good. Let's do it again. And I'm multiplying the right now. So it's rewritten now. That's what number it is. Easy, right? Yes. Thumbs up. Did you leave it out there? Come on. Go on. Alright, brown sugar. So if I gave you this right here. You want to?
Yeah.
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
So Kenny act first, we'll let her go first. You made your book. Found it?
No.
Got this stuff. Who's that?
Mine.
Bad for you.
I have my big one.
It can get pretty chilly in here. Alright, Miss Candy, we're gonna do let's do, look at page 181, and you can erase my script, my chicken scratch up there too.
Chicken stuff.
Okay, and you're gonna do number 1. So number 1 says, why's your book not open? Hold your head. If I tell you hold your head one more time, open that book. We're looking at number 1 on page 181. Okay. Number 1, it says use the LCD, which is the least common denominator, to write like fractions, and then you're gonna tell which one is greater. Okay, so first you're going to dissect. Problems, math problems need to be dissected. So first you're going to write the problem on the board. So put number 1. And you're going to write 3/5, comma, over 9 over 10. Now the first thing you want to do is find the least common multiple between 5 and 10. Okay? So you're going to put 5 out there separately. Wherever you have the multiple, 5 out there. And then you're going to put 10 beside it on the other side. Right? 10. We might use more room for 10 maybe. Well, no, that's good. Never mind. That's not right. And then you're going to ask yourself 5 times 1 is? 5 times 2 is? You can stop right there. You already know that, right? So what's your least common denominator? So you're going to rewrite 3/5 and 9/10. Okay? How you going to do that? You're going to first of all put 3/5 down there. And you're going to put a blank. So you'll put another equal to sign. And you're going to put your 10. And then you're going to ask yourself, what times 5 will equal 10? Ooh. You have to say 2 times 3 is what? Because you multiply, don't you multiply 2 to get 10? By 5? 5 times 2 is 10, right? So 3, you have to go back, the same number you multiply the denominator by, you have to multiply the numerator by. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, if you don't understand what I'm just teaching, please let me know. Okay. You see your 10, right? Your 10 is your least common denominator. 5, what times 5 equals 10? 2. 5 times 2 is 10. If you're going to multiply 5 times 2, your numerator has to be multiplied by the same number, which is 3 times 2, which would be, it's just 6 above there. The next thing you're going to do is rewrite 9/10. So you're going to put 9/10, 9 over 10, is equal to over 10, well 10, blank over 10. And you ask yourself, what times 10 equals 10? 1. So 1 times what equals what? What do you do after that? 1 times? Look at your problem. Yeah. Then you write 6 over 10. And write beside that, leave a space between those two, and write 9 over 10. Which one is greater? Is 6 over 10 greater, equal, or less than 9 over 10? Less. So you will put what kind of sign? That means greater than. Y'all know your sons? Y'all know your sons? Who don't? Okay. Let me show you this thing. That's an easy thing to do sometimes, especially in your grade level. How did you learn less than or greater, less than and greater than? How did you learn it? Like, what did they tell you it meant?
I forgot.
You forgot?
I know. Something about an alligator.
Yeah, alligator mouth. So I have this, which is, that's what Pac-Man, yeah. This is what?
The greater.
And this is? And this is? So, yeah, you always think of it as an alligator. Well, I always think of it as an alligator mouth. And the alligator is going to eat the largest meal in the kingdom. You can also think of it like this. You read, how do you read your words and your letters from what to what? From what direction to what direction?
Left to right.
Left to right. The same thing goes to these signs reading from left to right. So if the largest part of the alligator mouth is facing this way, your reading would say 3 is greater than, and 1 is less than, and 3 is equal to. That's how you that clear a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I try now?
We'll go, yeah, come on, Dad and Simon and Mike.
Okay.
Oh, Mike, what you doing? Give me a. Okay, number 10. Get your book. Get your book. Get your book. Isn't it your book right there? That's 10 book.
Yep.
Go ahead and get your book real quick. Number 10. Get number 10. That's what's up. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it. So you know, we're not adding any.
How you doing? Good? How you doing? What is these problems? What do you have? Do you have any problems in it? Equal to the 3? No. Okay. Did I already? That's what you did.
Oh. I see.
And how what was it 8? Mm-hmm. Well, don't say it like that. I mean, that is true. But just say how many times you multiply 8. Just because other people are just learning it. No, 4 to get 8. How many times you have to multiply 4 to get 8? Right. Yeah. They're good. They're good. Number 12?
I can.
Come on, son. You gotta do number 12. What's the book? You want to go ahead and work it out? Or you need help working it out?
Yeah.
You need what? Help? What's the first thing you do? You need to find your what? Your LCD. And you're going to do that by is it? Okay. And you're gonna put 39 over 40. And you're gonna put a space and a blank over 40. That'll be blank. Blank over 40. Yeah. And you ask yourself, what do you multiply 40 to get 40? So 1 times 39. And you go over, you circle that last column, you circle that. So that's your equivalent fraction of 40. So 7, 8. Write it down, 7, 8. And then you're going to put a blank over 40. How many times did you multiply 8 to get 40? Circle back. Which of those fractions are larger? Right, so where do you put your sign? Now go back to your original, The original problem would say 39 or 40 and 7 or 8. Now, and then write the sign over there. How was that? You ready set? Are you ready? So bring your book up there, Mike. And that's number 16. Yeah, what's the first thing you need to do? I mean, that's right, least common denominator, but in essence, you are finding the least common multiple. It's all denominator because you're doing fractions. Okay, you gotta find the least common multiple between what and what number. And like 14 and 6 separate out there, right? Fourteen times 1 is 14. 14 times 2 is good. 14 times 3 is. You can actually work out on board from these things to erase it. 14 times 3. Good. Has anything times 6 equal to 42? 12. 18. What times what equals 40? What times 6 equals 42? What's that doing? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So guess what? You know that already. You only made it 3 times 14, and you know you don't have to reckon yourself. You know 6 times 7 is 42. So what's the least common denominator between those two numbers? Well, since you're already right, you're gonna put what? 7 over 14. Put it down low. And right beside over 14. Over 14. Right beside that, you're gonna place. You're gonna do blank. 42. What times 14 equals 42? 3. So 3 times 7 is 21. So you're gonna put leave that there. Go on to the other side. And you're gonna put 4 over 6. And blank over 42. What times 6 equals 42? 7 times 4 equals? Don't skip and do that, y'all. Y'all want to do. Don't skip and do that. 7 times 4 is, erase the 7. 7 times 4 is? 28. 28. Now, I want you to rewrite 714 as 21 over 42. So put 21 over 42. Well, you have to put that. But what number is less than, greater than, or equal to? Is 714 less than 4 over 6? Okay, so how you going to put this? No. That's what I said. 7 over 14 less than 4 over 6. Go back to your original problem, which is above that. The original problem is above that. Is 7 over 14 less than 4 over 6? It's not. Look at your problem. Look at how you read your problems. Look at your problems. Circle 21 over 42. So circle 21 over 42. Circle 28 over 42. Those are your equivalent fractions. That's the same thing as 7 over 14 and 4 over 6. It's the same thing as saying 21 over 42 and 28 over 42. So is 21 over 42 less than or equal to or greater than 28 over 42? See, 21 over 42. What's the 20 over 42? And what's 28 over 42? Which is less than? Which is less than, greater than, or equal to? Are they less than? Which one is it? Is 20 over 42 less than 28 over 42? Why? Very good. So you're going to put what kind of sign? Go ahead, put it. Don't put it right between those numbers. Put it right between there. Less than sign. There you go. So what you're really saying is 7 over 14 is what compared to 4 over 6? Really? Less than. Why? Because 20 over 42 is the same thing as 7 over 14. It's equivalent to it. It's equal to it. But you have to find the LCD in order to figure out to compare them. Because when you find the LCD, you don't have to go and look at the denominator anymore. That's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Not really? Okay. 7 over 14 is equivalent to 20 over 42. Did everybody see that? 4 over 6 is equivalent to 20 over 42. Everybody see that? So if 21 over 42 is less than 28 over 42, then 7 over 14 is
Less than.
less than. It's the same thing. Same thing. When you say, what does equivalent mean? Equivalent means the same. Equal. So you would put a less than sign between 7 over 14 and 4 over 6. You put a less than sign. So you somewhat get it a little bit, we just keep working on it. Okay, well, tell me what part you don't get so you can work it out for homework. Go ahead. All of it? Okay, we'll keep working on it then. I want to do the simplest fractions, simplifying fractions. I don't think I'm going to get to that because I don't think we're ready for that yet. Right now. Yeah, I don't think we're ready for it yet. I think we'll probably do that next week.
We're not going to get on with this week?
No, we're not going to do it. We're not ready for it yet.
Wait, who's not ready for it?
We're not ready for it. If one person's not ready for it, no one's ready for it. Right. Okay, so let me try to say this again. Okay. I'll tell you how to do it. So, okay. I forgot to explain it. Make sure you listen. Make sure you're not tingling anything. That will cause you not to listen to this round. So put your bracelet and charms up. Okay. There's another thing that I explain it real fast. And then we'll move on to science. But then I got to do some simplifying fractions. We're about time to be explain what I want. How things on. You might do these certain things. Okay, so Mike, you ready? Listen, I want your eyes on these were like, oh, there's a future charm break, and I would love to wear it. So everybody eyes here. What page is that on? Page what?
179.
181.
179.
Okay, so everybody look at number 14 real fast. Everybody look at 14?
Yeah, on one side.
181.
Awesome.
Okay. What do those fractions have in common? The what?
Those denominator.
Exactly, the same denominator. Let me tell you this. That is the rule. That is the commandment of fractions is that those denominators have got to match up. That's the only way I can tell whether it's greater than, equal to, or less than. I can't tell in that kind of way. That's the whole purpose of finding the LCM and the LCD is to try to find. Yeah, listen to me. That's the only way to find They're less than, equal to, or greater than. You're gonna find the common denominator. That's the only way I can tell. Put your shoe on.
I was trying to do what it does.
Right there, 14. I don't have to find the least common denominator because it's already a denominator. The denominator is already the same. I don't have to do anything. So which one is greater? Which fraction is greater, or less than, or equal to? Are they greater than? Which one? How is that? Is 5/20 is equal to, less than, or greater than 6/20?
Greater than.
It's greater than?
Yeah, which one's less than?
Look at your book. It's less than. Why? Because 5 is what?
Less than 6.
Less than 6.
Oh, I was talking about 6.
I want you to be fully, yes. I want everybody fully here. Didn't stop. Look at number 11. Is 4/7 less than, equal to, or greater than, Mike? I'm like, actually, Mike, 6/10. Less than, because 4 is less than 6. Kennedy. Is 2/3 less than, greater than, or equal to 1/3? Because wait, I'm just looking for something. 2 is greater than 1. Yeah.
What number?
Or not. So Micah, the reason you like, if I had, look at number 20 real quick. See 12/15 and 10/12. So right here, I can't tell which one is less than, greater than, or equal to. You see that? I gotta find the and the only way I can find that is I go here, here. Now I'm looking for the because they are the same. The only difference is a fraction and this is not. So I will go here and I would say, 15 times 1 is 15 times 2 is
30.
15 times 3 is
39. What the? Oh, wait, what?
15 times 3?
40.
5. Then I'm going to go over here and say, 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is
24.
12 times 3 is
36.
12 times 4 is
48.
12 times 5 is 56. I still don't have anything matching up, do it.
No.
15 times 4 is
Wait, what?
15 times 4 is 53. 15 times 4 is 50.
60.
How do I have to match it up?
Yes. 60.
See that? So these are my what? So now guess what I want to do? I want to rewrite each fraction with 60 as the denominator. So first of all, I go to 12/15. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to 12/15. But I don't know the numerator yet. Why? I haven't right out it yet. What times 15 equals 60? 4. I know y'all know. Sorry. Yeah, that's okay. I know y'all know that. What times 15 equals 60? So I don't put 4 right there yet. Why? I need to multiply the numerator over here times 4. So whatever I do to the denominator, I've got to do to the numerator. So I multiply 15 over here by 4 now. I gotta multiply 1 by 4. And it gives me 12 times 4, 58. So guess what? It's 12/15 greater than, less than, or equal to greater than 50. It's the same thing. It's equivalent. Each same fraction. Same thing. So 10/12. How many times, or what I need to multiply 12 by 60? 10? 5 times 10? So is 10 over 12 less than, greater than, or equal to 50 over 50? Yeah, it's right there. Same thing. Found the equivalent fraction. You still get it?
Yes, y'all get it to 48 is 50.
Is that why you don't get it? Because of this right here? Okay. Trying to see. Do you get the part by equivalent fraction that we just did? Equivalent fraction?